of our eternal conflict. From the high heavens to the burning hells, our desire to control that power poisoned its very nature. And so, I gave my life to destroy it. But its corruption spread. If humanity is to survive, they must stand together and face the rising darkness. Though that may not be enough.
What is up, my fellow mobile gamers? In today's video, we got Diablo Immortal's beta review, first impressions, whatever you want to call it. Before we get started, make sure you guys and girls subscribe to the channel, notification bell, so you don't miss a video or when we live stream. Hit the thumbs up button if you are excited for Diablo Immortals. I would hit the thumbs up button a million times right now if I could. Diablo Immortals is supposed to come out in the first quarter of 2022. I know it got delayed a ton of times and a lot of people are kind of disappointed in that, but let me tell you, this game is worth the wait. My gosh, this is mobile game of the year for 2022. Let me just tell you, honestly, lately I've been really down about mobile games. It's been boring. There hasn't been anything exciting. I just kind of been like, meh. But this game in particular really gives me a newfound glory. It gives me hope that maybe moving forward, more mobile games can become something similar to this. This is the complete Diablo experience on mobile. Imagine Diablo 3, like Diablo 3 playstyle, but on your phone, your tablet. You can go and play it pretty much wherever you want. There's a bunch of different classes to choose from. I'm gonna have a more in-depth video where we're gonna go over all of the different classes. We'll have builds. We'll have a ton of videos to cover for this game. The amazing thing about this game is that it never feels like a grind. I mean, even though it is an MMORPG and there are missions, or I should say there are bounties is what they're called, where you do have to go around and maybe kill 30 monsters or 40 monsters. It's nothing like those AFK MMORPGs where you just click auto battle and you walk away and it takes like an hour for your guy to do it. This game, you are totally engaged the entire time you play. There is no auto combat. One push of a button and the game plays itself. That does not exist. And because of that, I think it's absolutely amazing. You are always engaged. You never play the game and you're never like multitasking. Like a lot of mobile games, you kind of throw them up there and a lot of times they kind of play themselves and you just kind of sit back, relax, and you'll be watching TV while playing or eating, or you'll be doing, 5,000 other things while the game is running. This game is like, this is like a console game, a AAA title, a serious game where you need to be engaged, you actively playing. It's honestly, I'm honestly blown away by it. The graphics are not bad for it being a mobile game. The graphics, they could be slightly better, I want to say, in particular for my taste. But overall, the gameplay is absolutely amazing. As you level up your character, you'll unlock new skills. You can have tons of different builds. In fact, the game actually gives you build suggestions. It actually gives you 3 builds, and it shows you everything you need to create the build. It shows you if it's good for PvE or if it's good for PvP. It tells you the gems you need. It tells you what abilities to use. It tells you what equipment you, I mean, literally the game, it shows you the builds that you can do for each hero. The rifts are probably my favorite. They have like a challenge dungeon where you kind of race against other people for the leaderboard and you want to complete the dungeon as fast as possible. Then you have your rifts where you can use your emblems, where you can create different effects for the dungeon. Some will give you bonuses, some will actually hurt you, and it'll make the dungeon more challenging. I had one dungeon run where we had threw a bunch of our emblems on there to try and get extra loot. We had some really bad modifiers apply for us and it made it ridiculously hard, but it was fun. We still completed it, and like the floor was lava was one of them, and every time you stood still for like 2 seconds the floor would just turn into fire and you would start taking damage, so you had to constantly move around. The game is very challenging, but it's not frustratingly challenging. And that's what I absolutely love about it. It's not something where you're gonna kind of play through and you're gonna be bored. I have not been bored this entire time. I've been playing the game for several weeks, if not about a month or two now, and I've never been bored. I've never felt like, oh, these missions are so grindy or they're not fun. You're gonna go around and kill 30 monsters, but honestly, you don't mind because you're getting loot drops, you're exploring. The enemies, it doesn't feel like a grinding 30 enemies doesn't take like an hour or something ridiculous. And you actually feel like you want to explore the map and find different things. There's like treasure chests hidden around where you can find legendary items, amazing equipment. The equipment, as you put it on your character, it modifies the way your character looks. So if you find a really badass looking helmet piece and you put it on your character will actually show him wearing it. And same thing with your weapon, your armor, everything changes. While you're doing your story missions, you'll notice elite monsters out on the field, and you'll actually want to go to attack them and farm them so that you can get those possible rare drops. I can't tell you how many times I was supposed to go one way for my main mission and I saw some rare elite monsters over here and I was like, hey, I want to go attack them. The loot, it's Diablo, man. I don't know what else to say. It's literally filled with loot. The boss battles are absolutely epic. I don't even know, I couldn't even put it into words. The boss battles are ridiculously fun. They're hard, they're challenging, they're very rewarding in a sense when you get that final blow on the monster and you just see the loot go just everywhere. You just see gold popping up, see all these items just popping out everywhere. The way the potions work is you actually don't have to like buy potions or anything like that. You have 3 potions, and as you destroy and kill monsters, those potions will recharge so that way you can use them. Also, when you are doing in particular battles like a boss battle, the boss battles will actually drop regen globes around them so that way you can get the regen globes and heal up. So you never have to worry about like going to a shop and buying 100,000 potions and then having to use them. Like, all of the self-healing is kind of built in. It's nothing you ever have to worry about, and I think they did an amazing job with that. And then if you do happen to die, you do have some resurrection stones. You'll have like 2 or 3 of these, and you can instantly revive at your spot, or you can revive at the nearest town. If you revive at the nearest town, it doesn't cost a stone, but if you do revive at that spot, it will take a stone. But the stones you just generate over time. You don't even have to like go to a shop and buy them. You just have to kill monsters. By just grinding monsters, you have this little bar and it charges up, and once it reaches 100%, you'll get one of those resurrection stones. There are going to be people out there who are going to complain. There's going to be the casual people who come by and they're going to complain that there is no auto combat. You're going to have people complain about the rift modifiers, because those can be somewhat pay to win in an aspect if you look at it. That's probably the biggest part of the game is the modifiers. Trying to get those as a free to play does seem slightly difficult. If you do buy the battle pass is absolutely filled with tons of those rift modifiers, those emblems that you're gonna need. But honestly, it doesn't feel super pay to win. Again, like the shop is in beta. I wouldn't even like really show you guys and girls the shop right now because the shop could change. Like I like the game enough to where I want to spend money, and I never really spend money in mobile games. I do think that some of the packages I would like to see more value for them. If I was to spend money, I'd want slightly more value. You don't need to spend money to enjoy the game at all. I've been playing and I haven't spent any money in this beta. You're gonna need a very powerful device to run this game. If you have an old phone, an old tablet, you're probably gonna struggle to run this game. You're gonna need like a top tier phone, a top tier tablet, or you could play on an emulator on your computer, which would probably be the best bet if you do have an outdated phone or mobile device. It's a very, very demanding game. I'm hoping that they do some optimizations. I mean, you guys and girls, you're gonna have a hell of a time with it. You're gonna have a lot of fun with this game. I know I'm having a lot of fun, and this is just the beta. I can't wait until the game goes globally. But that is it for today, folks. We'll have some more Diablo Immortal videos coming very soon. Stay happy, stay safe, my friends, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.